President Trump signed multiple executive orders revoking several DEI mandates, policies, and programs within the federal government this week. And he also put federal DEI workers on leave. Melissa Mahtani joins us now. She's the executive producer of our CBS News Confirmed team. So, Melissa, break down for us the history of DEI programs.
So DEI stands for diversity, equity, inclusion. You sometimes hear this as DEIA. It stands for accessibility.
Ah, okay.
And, and a lot of people mistake DEI to stand for race, when actually it's much more than that. It's age, it's your gender, it's your physical ability, and your socioeconomic status. And basically what these programs do is they try to allow training opportunities, accessibility, to get into that sort of executive workplace so that our workplaces start to look like the societies that we live in. And history-wise, DEI has been around since the 1960s, linked very much to the civil rights movement. But it was a 1964 Civil Rights Act that banned employment discrimination based on all of these topics that I just mentioned, like race, color, religion, sex. But really, Lindsay, even though it's been around since the 1960s, it was in 2020 when, in the wake of George Floyd's murder, you'll remember we had these big protests on the streets. And that's when companies rushed to get more diverse people into executive positions. And with this big push, we also saw a big backlash with political figures on the right, people like Elon Musk really pushing back and saying that DEI equated to racism against white people and specifically white men. Really interesting, a Pew Research study from November last year, showed that 47% of white people, that's almost half, think that DEI initiatives are harmful specifically to white men, as we're trying to get more women into the workplace.
What does the data show us?
So this is really interesting. So when you look at the data, especially in terms of like how things change, so in 2020, when there was that big push, according to research by the University of North Carolina and Texas A&M, there were 253 black executives in 2020 in S&P 500 companies. By 2023, there were 417. So that's a big jump, but still that's under 500 people. Now compare that to white executives. Those numbers didn't shrink. It's not like they went down. They still went up. In 2020, there were 6,286. In 2023, 6,469. So just take a look, Lindsay, when we're talking about 417 compared to 6,469 white people, here you can see this huge disparity, and this is exactly why we need these programs.
And why everybody should be following CBS Confirmed on Instagram, because you guys put a lot of these infographics up there for people to see as well. Melissa Mahtani, thank you.